We should play that. We should talk it. Wasn't the new Jan Berry
Forget needles and pins. Sorry.
Yeah, that was Ex-Offender by the Girls, a Japanese group. Hey, how'd you guys like the Girls, a Japanese thing there? What? How could you say that? I heard they use studio musicians.
What?
I heard they use studio musicians. Is that true?
No,
I think they're supposed to play themselves, I think. That's what they said.
And before that, we heard the Ronettes doing Be My Baby.
Yeah,
the original. That was stereo, by the way, boys.
Fuck off.
Before that, Ex-Offender. And
yeah, Phil Spector.
And then we heard the Pleasers, The Kids Are Alright, and Denise.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Denise is like the #1 thing there.
And everywhere else in the world except for America, it's #1.
That's heavy. It was
So
gold records and
stick
everything. So when are you guys going to be playing again?
We're playing at the Starwood. Who wants to do this plug?
We're playing at the Starwood, Tuesday and Wednesday night, 4 shows, 2 shows a night.
2 shows a night, that's good. Kids get double.
Heavy schedule.
But I want the kids to know one thing, though, they're listening. No matter who's playing with Blondie, the band didn't pick the group. It's up to booking agents and clubs to do that. A lot of kids get down on the bands and they play, you know, and like who's ever playing with you guys, it's not your fault.
Tuesday and Wednesday as well. All you kids out there should go see Gary because he's playing at the Whiskey, and he's doing like the early shows.
Yeah,
so if you can get on the guest list, you can get to both shows. Just go to see Gary at 9 and come to see us at 11, then go to see Gary at 1 and come to see us at 2.
Right, yeah, there's a special bus.
All you California kids have cars anyway, it's not that hard.
And there's going to be, the Avengers are coming to the Whiskey soon. I understand the tickets are going to be...
Avengers?
The Avengers.
Oh, the Avengers.
In San Francisco.
Yeah.
Tickets are available. No, the Avengers. The tickets are available at Ticketron agencies, and they're playing with Arthur J. and the Gold Cups and the Alley Cats on May 4th. The Whiskey. No, this is not we're not doing commercials. We're giving hints because we don't do commercials for 60 days.
The Whiskey, Rodney. I'll set you up.
Okay.
Yeah, Rodney, just tell us who's playing.
All right. Billy Falcon and Gary Valentine are playing the same night as Blondie on
Gary
25th
Valentine
and
in the know.
26th. 27th and 29th, it's Ray Campy and the Rockabilly Rebels.
Yay.
Cover of the magazine.
I don't think I have.
I don't have one with me, but I got a copy of Raw Power.
Thanks a lot.
There's an interview
check
of you
it out.
guys in Raw Power here.
It's American?
Yeah, it's a good magazine. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't have the nerve, and they don't like all the things they get, but they get what they deserve. Then his head escapes to the double take inside a single spot. It's not too far, and it bears believing that her heart is beating, but it makes no sound. She's underground, and she knows just looks near his face, and he thinks he's not in the way. And they'd like to find that better place, but they can't get away. And I wish I could tell them something that would make it all true. What will you do? Tomorrow belongs to you. So very fast, what the adrenaline lasts, and the blood is rushing to your feet when your heart is known. When the world collapses out of beat, then you know it's just altitude that has too thin to breathe. Fabricated attitude are too much to believe. It isn't true. It's from the empty dreams of the zero beam, focusing on you. And I wish I could tell them something that would make it all ring true. What will you do? Tomorrow belongs to you. What will you do? Tomorrow belongs to you.
Okay.
Okay, KROQ Queen listeners. That was Gary Valentine, my friend and yours, and now we're going to hear, what are we going to hear? What's next? Anyway, Gary, if you're listening, we have comics for you. We have a whole box of comics.
Yeah, and whoever donated them, thanks a lot. They're really great. It's unbelievable. It's a great collection.
Everybody go see Gary's gig, then come over and see our gig. And the next song we're going to hear is, what is it, Rodney? Rodney should get more time on the air. He should be on for 5 hours.
Yes, vote for Rodney.
Good looking one,
Let's take one more call.
Right,
Hello?
K-Rod.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Can't talk on the radio.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Debbie, is Joe Jack going to come up and jam with you guys at the Starwood?
No,
Well,
goodbye.
I don't know yet, but if you come, you might find out.
Okay.
Hello, John.
After me, and maybe he'll play some more the songs that we forgot to play. Maybe the young Marquis might play some.
KROQ-FM.
Mooning Spirits that sing Leslie Gore songs. They'll be playing with the boyfriends, and we heard Blondie. I didn't have the nerve to say no. Blondie, who was Godhead at the Starwood. Did you see Blondie? Everybody was there. Sean Cassidy was there. Harvey Kuberneck introduced me to Bruce Springsteen. I met the man himself at the Blondie show, Bruce Springsteen. heard Ready, Steady, Go, Generation X. How many of you heard the show we did last week when they called in? I couldn't hear a word he was saying. I don't know what happened. Maybe if somebody can get me a tape recorder or a tape or something, I'd like to hear that cassette. And I had no idea what he was saying. I couldn't hear a word. News of the World, that was by the Jam. Let's Make the Scene, the R&B single. I just cut my new single, the latest single was cut last week behind closed doors at Gold Star Recording Studio. Yes, there will be a little more records you'll be hearing about from me, a new single, Wah Wah. And then we heard, the theme, Wild Dub. Yeah, a little bit later, Dave Baders is going to call all the way from New York. There's been a stabbing in New York. Their drummer got stabbed, and he's going to tell us all about that. And news of a new album coming out, a song they have coming out that they wrote with Kim Fowley and Stephen T. Well, as you heard last week when the Dead Boys called, when Billy Idol called, he said he'll come to L.A. if we, buy records and stuff. Well, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play you 3 unreleased Generation X cuts that appear on the English album. So we want you to hook up your tape recorders, record them, and then you can go out and get the American album. And by buying the American album quicker, we'll get Generation X out here. So we're going to play 3 cuts in a row by Generation X off the English album. First cut we're going to hear is something called Invisible Man, Generation X. Let's hear it all the way from Toronto. For the static? I like landing on the moon. It's like calling, Johnny Rotten in England. Hey, that sounds good.
I'm not afraid anymore. I want to stay up. Have a way on time tonight. I want to stay up late.
Is that okay?
Hey, that sounds real good.
I want to stay up. Have a way on time tonight.
Hey, that's hot. I hate to disappoint anybody, but that sounds like real girls. Oh, God, that's really good.
So that's what that sounds like. I'll bring you the actual record.
All right. That sounds real good.
That's on a teeny little cassette player that we happen to have laying around here. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. Would you like to say hello briefly to one or two of the Beagles? You've met one of them. You met Cynthia when she was out in L.A. a few months ago.
I'll pay you for the commercial.
My God, what do you mean? I've never been paid for anything in my life.
Yes, well, things might change. It's the wildest, the biggest rock and roll bash ever held in the city since, I don't know when, the last biggest trash bash ever was, which was downtown on a larger scale than MacArthur Park. It's happening on July the 3rd. That's the Monday night before Independence Day. The doors open at 8 o'clock at night. The show begins at 9. It's at Oran Tucker's Stardust Ballroom, block east of Sunset and Western, 5612 West Sunset Boulevard. It has California's favorites. The Screamers, the Weirdos, and all the way from San Francisco, Crime. It's a pretty hot bill, and we hope to get 10 to 25,000 people in there.
Yeah, there's going to be some beach girls in bikinis, and
there will be beach girls in bikinis,
punks, lowriders, and surfers.
There will be bikers,
van drivers. And
there is a prize for the best van, the most ornate van of all in Southern California. There's a prize for the best tan, the bitchinest tan in Southern California, and there's a prize for the bitchinest Miss Bitch in California herself.
So who's all playing there again?
Screamers, Weirdos, Crime, Monday, July 3, 9 p.m. Tickets $5 at the door. We tried to keep it down to 4, but it's impossible. It has to be 5. Call 464-3001 for ticket info, or just show up at the door at 8 p.m.
My God. Brendan, all of California is listening to you right now.
Yes, I heard there's a busload of people coming down from San Fran, especially.
Do you have anything special you want to say about the mass and what happened and the results.
Okay, they're trying to have my sweet butt removed from the ass, from the mask itself, and we're doing this to raise more money to keep the legal fund going. Not that the proceeds have gone.
It's not true. You don't drive around in Rolls Royces.
No Rolls Royces.
Velvet suits and all that.
No velvet suits. Any velvet suits I was given were people that used to hang around your club, Rodney, and gave me their cast-offs.
I think didn't the skulls used to hang around my clothes?
Exactly. They belonged to the skulls. I had to go around and steal things out of their wardrobe.
Oh, no.
Contrary to little reports that you read in cheesy little Xerox magazines.
Yeah, I know what
Oops,
you mean.
getting me in trouble again.
Well, I got slag in there, so don't feel so bad.
Oh, I love it.
Playing too many Runaway records or something.
Yeah. I'll take one or two of them to court because I need the money, so
We all
for
need
slugging me off. So
Send some money to me, too. Rodney on the Rocks, 117 Los Robles, Pasadena.
money to the masked legal fund. And it has, all the money is still there, except that lawyers do not work for free in London, if disc jockeys do. Or if seedy Hollywood nightclub owners work for free.
We all work
Lawyers
for free.
don't work for free.
We work for free, and then everybody plays the forum thanks to us.
That's it, yeah. So, you better be there. Monday, July the 3rd. Show starts at 9 o'clock. There's an unidentified opening act. Then crime will go on, and it will be co-billed by the Screamers and the Weirdos. The Screamers and Weirdos doing this jointly. It also marks the first anniversary of the Screamers. They put in their first public appearance. Remember that gig? Rodney?
Yeah, that was like
that thing at the
4th of
Starwood.
July at the Starwood.
It was Backstage Pass and what was the other band? Shock or something like that. So everybody be there.
Be there or
Yeah. And watch the Rinkies, Atwood.
Watch your... My God. Yeah, we're hyping everybody tonight.
He recorded this at the Paris Olympia, which is a big kind of old vaudeville theatre in Paris.
My God.
And it's again, this is going to be in the film, and this is like Sid doing his. He always wanted to be a singer, so he's this is his first shot at it.
Well, kids, when you thought it was all over with the Sex Pistols are back, part 2.
It's very dramatic. You'll see.
Okay, let's hear it. Sex Pistols. Yeah, just when you thought it was all over with, the Sex Pistols, back again. And time for Rodney on the Rock, the Rock and Surf Punk Show tonight, along with studio in guest, the Honeys, from now American Spring, Joey Ramone, DJ Stone, and lots of new stuff. And just before that, we heard a new song off the new Nick Gilder album called Nick Gilder Frequency. I wish I had a little frequency right now. It's just Mike. Mike is kind of weird tonight. That was called Into the 80s by Nick Gilder. And then we heard She's So Modern by the Boomtown Rats. And then Squeeze. They'll be coming to LA soon doing Model, all for Brooke Shields. And she'll definitely be on Rodney on the Rock show. So where you guys at, the Roxy? Yeah, are you at the Roxy?
Yeah.
Backstage?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's all that music? Hey, that sounds really hot.
Hello?
Hello? Dean, can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's that playing?
A little bit. Are you talking, Rodney, or aren't you talking?
No, I'm talking. I'm trying to hear you.
I hear you every about
Is that
14th word.
Is that the band playing in the background?
Oh, you bet.
Is that Papa Do Run Run?
Papa Do Run, but we're on right now, too.
Are you talking?
Calling you from on stage, Rodney.
Are you serious?
So, yeah, so I got to talk to you in between leaps, okay?
All right.
Oh, I don't sing this lead, so I can talk to you on this one, okay?
Okay.
So, how you doing?
Pretty good. We're doing a punk and surf show.
Wait a minute, I gotta do some oohs.
Sounds like it was...
Okay, down through for a while. So, how you doing out there, Radio Land?
Everyone's
I'm having
listening
such a good time. It's fun to be on the phone and making money at the same time. I mean, it's terrific. So how are you guys doing? Oh, excuse me, I have so fucked up.
There you go.
Surfing USA. Okay, now I can talk while the instrumental breaks.
How is it out the rock?
How's the weather in Pasadena?
It's all right.
Fine, I hope.
How's the weather down in Hollywood?
Oh, it's just real nice in Hollywood. It's about 80 degrees and sunny and like a real California day. I got to sing right now. Surfing USA. Okay. So, I almost forgot that line. Anyway, we got here at about 3 o'clock. Everybody stop! And sound check about 4, and then we all sat around. Everybody stop! And then about 5 we went out to dinner. And just sort of been, let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with me. And then we took all the clothes up to the dressing room. And Mario, who runs the joint, he came up and said hi. And there's all sorts of celebrities in the audience. I don't know any of them. But they're out there. But they're all wearing sunglasses. It's hard to tell who they are.
Right.
And
Hollywood punk.
then Jan finally showed up. He just had some stitches taken out of it. Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. So, everything's been real fine out here. We've been having a real good time, and we're sorry that you couldn't come down here and make it. You know, I mean, afterwards we were going to go to Denny's and probably have a bite to eat. And let's eat, wait and see. Yeah, I'm going to take you surfing with me. Welcome to the wait and see. Yeah, I'm going to take you surfing with me. So, maybe we can meet you. Oh, wait a second. But it's the fire with me. Come on, it's the fire with me. So now there's an instrumental part. I was thinking that maybe we can meet you at Denny's, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock, whatever you want. If you're not there, we'll order for you, whatever you want. Usually like to have a patty melt, hold the onion, rye bread, chocolate milk, and maybe some blackjack gum. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Because at the end of this tune, I got to say thank you very much and all that, Rod, because they always expect it. And you don't really care, you're just trying to get the show over so you can get your money in. Anyway, so how you doing, Rodney?
Pretty good. I recorded that same song with the Ramones, Surfing Safari.
Oh, the Ramones did that song?
No, I did.
I've been meaning to ask you, who is the new drummer of the Ramones, anyway?
Marky.
Sparky?
No, Marky.
I think he's here.
Is he?
Is he about 4 feet high?
No.
Got one arm?
You're a little bit taller.
That's not him?
No. Joey's coming down. He's going to be down here a little bit later. Joey Ramone.
Oh. How neat.
How's it going? I hear you guys got a TV thing coming up.
So Marilyn and Diane aren't there yet?
Not yet. We're still waiting for them.
Still waiting for them?
Yeah.
Oh, they were here a couple minutes ago.
Really? Maybe they just left
up
from
in the
down
dressing
here.
room. noodling around, you know.
Yeah, maybe I just have to come down here.
Anyway, I don't have much to sing on this song. I don't really know it that well.
Well, how's Jan?
I could chat a little bit.
Is Jan there?
This is an original song, by the way.
Can you imagine the bootleggers bootlegging the...
I don't believe it. Pretty neat song, huh? I don't believe it.
We got about 2 million people listening.
Anyway, so we'll probably be here again tomorrow night. So anybody that wants to come by and have a good time,
We're going to give away some
we'll buy
tickets.
the tickets for them. We're buying all free drinks for everybody too. And anybody needs a place to stay, you know, they can stay with us too. I think that's a good deal.
Yeah. We're going to give away
Still nobody shows up. It's weird. Anyway, I bet they'd show up if Marky said that.
Marky.
Oh well. Different generation, I guess.
It's the same kind of feeling.
So Rodney,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Pretty good.
Oh, good. What songs have you played so far?
Oh, God, we played a whole bunch of surf punk songs. Oh, we played you guys.
All those?
Yeah, we played Jan and Dean. Your stuff, Summer Means Fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
It was real good.
That's weird music, huh?
So they're declaring tomorrow Beach Boys Day. Mayor Bradley. They're declaring tomorrow Beach
I only
Boys
hear
Day.
about every other word you say, Rodney. Of course, in your case, that makes a lot of sense. As much sense as hearing every word, anyway. Hey, everybody sing this part. Everybody. I don't believe it's you. Bop, 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 I don't believe it. I don't believe it's you. Bop, 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 bop. But you didn't know I sang bass. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop, bop. I swear, Rodney, they're gonna take your show off the air one of these days.
Well, I hope not. No, my ratings are too good.
And then I'll have to be buying you every meal at Denny's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
So anyway, hey, Rod,
Yeah.
we got to get ready to go.
Hello.
So say hi to the girls for us, okay?
I will.
You can call back maybe in about, you're on till 12?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you call back at about like 11?
All right.
If the girls are there at 10:30 or 11.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Talk to you again. Oh, that's me, Jan and Dean. Okay, we just talked to the American Spring. They got lost in their woody. They called us from way out in Pomona. They're out there lost in the freeway, and they're on their way in their woody, and they're like when the original girl. We have in the studio Joey Ramone and Alan Arcus, the director of Rock and Roll High School. Hey, how you doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing?
Pretty good. When's the movie going to come out? We're waiting for Rock and Roll High School.
Well, we got a sneak preview next week, and Alan's going to tell you all about it.
Thank you, Joey.
Anytime, Alan.
Well, we're going to sneak the movie next weekend in Los Angeles in Westwood.
Well, we wanted to come down and see Ronnie Howard, but it didn't matter, because he got cut out anyway.
Did you have on the cutting room floor also?
Yeah, Ron ended on the cutting room floor. A lot of stuff. Rodney ended on the cutting room floor.
You know?
Yeah, but I'm actually in it, though.
Yeah, Rodney's in it. You can see him backstage running around and stuff.
Yeah, and driving up in the car.
That's right. Rodney was a Ramone chauffeur.
He's a big star now.
Yeah, there's a couple of people on the cutting room. A couple of sexy girls ended up on the cutting room floor.
Oh, but there's plenty in the picture.
Oh, yeah. Especially that.
There's more than enough.
And where's PJ Souls?
I don't know. PJ must be on the freeway on the way here.
Maybe she's with
stuck
American
with,
Spring.
yeah.
Calling all PJs.
Oh, yeah.
Calling American Spring. The Honeys. And the Honeys will be coming along. So when you've been recording with Phil Spector, right, Joey?
Yeah.
I should know. I was there.
Right. Yeah, Phil says hello.
How are the sessions going?
Yeah, they're going good. You know, it's slower than what we used to doing, you know, but it sounds incredible, you know. It sounds like Sensoran or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like explosive.
The Ramones
sounds like it's like being in the subway. Except you wouldn't know it being here, you know. And we're gonna do "Baby I Love You" with a Philharmonic.
Right. Yeah. How long did it take you to do like one song? Because Phil's really particular, like does things over and over.
I don't know. I don't think we even. No, see, it's you work a lot differently. You know, like you don't just go through a song and you have a song. You know, like I don't know.
Piece at a time?
Yeah, it's in pieces.
Yeah, like a movie.
Right, it's in layers, right.
You can do the last part of the song at the beginning of the session. And
right, but it sounds, I mean, you learn a lot working with Phil, like, you know, especially when you listen to his records now, you hear everything that you did yesterday or something. Like, you know, if you listen to, you know, Spector's Greatest Hits or something, you listen to the way he works the drums, you know, his technique, you really hear it, or you listen to a John Lennon album or something like that, you know. It's great.
You know, we played a Beach Boys instrumental thing. We played this album called Stacker Tracks. It's the Beach Boys without them singing and just their tracks.
Yeah.
And you hear, like, pick out a lot of things in that.
The Beach Boys without the singing.
Yeah, did you hear that on the way coming up here?
Yeah. Yeah, we heard on the way up.
Did you play your record yet?
No, not yet. I'm waiting for the girls to get here because they're singing background. Oh, I couldn't get Surfing Safari. I wasn't ready yet. Quite ready. So hopefully next week we'll have it.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that. I thought I missed it or something.
Yeah, I was looking forward to hearing it too because I haven't gotten it yet. But hopefully, we're mastering it, getting it all together and stuff.
But you're going to play the theme song, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the theme song, it's in it twice.
Right.
In the movie.
Yeah, there's two different versions, one by Phil remixed and one by Ed Stacey.
And there's one that PJ sings in the gym.
Right.
Yeah, I always play PJ's one. I think it's very neat. But we'll be playing that a little bit later. But
and also on the B side of the singles app, by the way, the Rock and Roll High School single, and on the other side's a live version of Do You Want to Dance that's on the European double live album that isn't out in the United States. So order your copy.
Get it, man. That's the Japanese album, right?
Yeah. Right. That's that Octagon and, you know, the thing.
Okay, let me remind everybody that you're listening to Rodney on the Rocks on KROQ FM in Pasadena. And then Little Miss Go-Go, that was by Gary Lewis. That was dedicated to Jane Go-Go. Did you hear the lyrics to that, Jane?
Yeah, it's great
Is that true or what? Okay. Do you do Twist and Shout?
Every night.
Yeah. Okay, we heard Walking in the Sand and the Go-Go's. Okay, we're in the studio here. The American Spring has just arrived, standing over there, and then I wanted to ask Joey, what was it like working the film, like getting up every day? Like, what time did you have to be there for Rock and Roll High School?
Well, we had to be there at 5 o'clock every morning.
I know, but I promise you that you wouldn't have to sing at 5 o'clock every morning.
You know, and it took us about 3 hours to wake up.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of coffee and donuts.
Right, and a lot of like good food, you know.
Oh, the food was great.
And
listen, if you ever want to really have good food, Rodney, work on a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Food is really good.
I got some of that food that
she didn't have any teeth. Her teeth were in the food. In the chili, you know?
Yeah.
But it was.
Food's the best part of making a movie.
Right. We just really went there for the food.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But what time did we get, when we shot at the Roxy?
Now we start shooting at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Really? Yeah. What was that scene where they blew up the school and all that?
That's right, we did that. It took 2 days to do that. What we did was, we set an explosion to make it look like we blew up the school. We promised the owner of the school that we wouldn't damage his school. And so what we did was, the Ramones played the first half of the song. We shot it from 6 different angles. And then we got the explosion ready, moved everyone about 100 feet from the school. Now, when you make an explosion, you set it for the amount of temperature that there is. The lower the temperature, the bigger the explosion, and the temperature dropped 30 degrees that night. Right, it was freezing. And then when they hit the notes at the middle of Rock and Roll High School, the whole school went up, and the explosion was about 4 times bigger than we expected. And the whole front of the school got burnt, and all the windows blew out.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a terrific explosion. And then we went back, and we moved everyone back, and we set flames in all the windows, and while the school burned, the Ramones sang Rock and Roll High School.
Right. We had to put out some of the kids because they were toasty.
Yeah, I went around with
to the fun.
a lot. We had all, remember all the cheerleaders, Rodney? You remember all the cheerleaders?
Right.
And
Rodney can't forget the cheerleaders.
so we went around with Solacane and sprayed all their legs with Solacane because they got all sunburned.
But it didn't help because they were all burned to a crisp by that time anyway. But it's all in fun, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't as hot as the set at the Roxy, though.
Right, everybody brought a thermometer, you know, and
the Roxy said, "Well, how long did you got? You played 20 hours that day."
Yeah, we got that. We were on stage at 8 o'clock. Right, and we played about Rockaway Beach about 25 times.
Not Rockaway Beach.
Yeah, well, we were warming up.
Oh, right.
We wanted to warm up.
Right, we did 6 songs, which 5 are in the movie. We got, in the movie, we have Hey Ho, Let's Go,
right.
Teenage Lobotomy, California Sun, and Blitzkrieg, that's Blitzkrieg Bop, right. And what's the last, Pinhead.
Right.
Pinhead, and She's the One.
With Moon, the Pinhead.
With Moon, the Pinhead, and the words are on the screen.
Yeah.
So, Alan, do you have any more movies coming up?
Well, I don't know yet. We're thinking of, Joey and I are thinking of doing another movie about college.
Right.
We're calling it the College of Musical Knowledge. And we're going to shoot it all on location in Ohio State University.
Yeah.
And since we've already done the high school, we're going to just move right on.
Right.
With the college and everything. And I think we're going to do it at Yale. At Yale?
Or West Point, one of the two.
The Ramones Go to West Point is also slated to be shooting.
Right, by next June.
And we'll probably then do Annapolis.
Right.
And what are you going to play next? You play the concert?
Yeah, you know, on the last tour, we did, when we played the Northwest, you know, like we played Boise, Idaho and all, and Salt Lake City, it was like in the middle of winter, and it was like blizzards and all, and
which 5 are in the movie. We got, in the movie, we have Hey Ho, Let's Go,
right.
Teenage Lobotomy, California Sun, and Blitzkrieg, that's Blitzkrieg Bop,
right.
and what's the last, Pinhead.
Right.
Pinhead, and She's the One.
With Moon, the Pinhead.
With Moon, the Pinhead, and the words are on the screen.
Yeah.
So, Alan, do you have any more movies coming up?
Well, I don't know yet. We're thinking of, Joey and I are thinking of doing another movie about college.
Right.
We're calling it the College of Musical Knowledge. And we're going to shoot it all on location in Ohio State University.
Yeah.
And since we've already done the high school, we're going to just move right on.
Right.
With the college and everything. And I think we're
going to do it at Yale.
At Yale?
Or West Point, one of the two.
The Ramones Go to West Point is also slated to be shooting.
Right. By next June.
And we'll probably then do Annapolis.
Right.
And what are you going to play next? You play the concert?
Yeah, you know, on the last tour, we did, when we played the Northwest, you know, like we played Boise, Idaho and all, and Salt Lake City, it was like in the middle of winter, and it was like blizzards and all, and Gary Lewis was playing with the Playboys. He was doing a circuit, the Ramada Inn circuit, you know.
Did he do Little Miss Go-Go?
Yeah, he did. Well, he was playing like the lunchroom of the hotel or something.
Right.
And like
Thousand up there, don't they?
Yes, he was kind of. And like when I saw his picture, I mean, because I was really excited because we're collectors and we go to old used record shops, and you know we bought up all the records, so we wanted him to sign them, you know. And like when we saw a picture of him, he's like, you know, he's kind of in sad shape, you know.
Do you think I look like Gary Lewis at all?
Let me look.
He's comparing it to the record. I don't know. You know, in the Seven Jewels, Gary Lewis is in the airplane. When Jerry Lewis is walking down the aisle, he opens the bathroom and Gary Lewis is yeah, that's terrific. And Fat Domino, was he in that? And Julie London sings in that. Yeah,
Jane Mansfield was in that?
Jane, she lost her head. We tried to get Mamie Van Doren for Rock and Roll High School.
Really?
Yeah, we talked to Mamie over and over. She came down to the office and everything, but she owns an antique store in Redondo Beach.
Yeah, where's this at? Kim, did you hear that? If Kim Fowler's listening, Mamie Van Doren owns an antique store in Redondo Beach.
Yeah, and she isn't acting anymore, but she read the script, and you know what she said? Joey, she said, this is just like the movies I used to make, which we took as a compliment.
Yeah, that's great.
So whenever Rockwell High School plays, I can
next Friday and Saturday night, everyone, Ramones fans, come on down. It's playing in Chicago. When it played, audiences went crazy. They started singing, and people were yelling requests at the movie screen, you know? They were yelling for their favorite songs, and they were yelling requests, and people came out of the theater singing Rock and Roll High School.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian.
Okay, so what's the deal?
Did we wake you?
Yeah.
Oh, we're sorry. But we wanted to say hi to you.
We have that important engagement tomorrow.
Of course, we know.
We're wishing you all the luck.
Yeah, we wanted to call and wish you good luck.
Oh, okay.
We're just playing some stuff for the new album, Brian.
Yeah?
We played It's Like Heaven.
You did?
Yeah. On the air.
Rodney?
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
You gonna be there?
Yeah.
All right. Brian will definitely be there tomorrow. You heard it, folks. At the amphitheater. And tomorrow will be National Beach Boy Day, and they'll have a star on Hollywood Boulevard.
And Friday and Saturday is National Ramone Day.
Right. Rockwell High School.
National Ramone Day.
Satellite number?
But you have to do it on a touch-tone phone.
It has to be a push-button phone. You want the satellite number? Is that what you're talking about? Will you put up bail? Shut up and listen. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, it's 956.
Right.
And then the phone rings and you hear this noise.
Turn your radio up real loud.
And then, no, you don't really do that. Then you dial 299.
Right.
And then you dial the area code. You don't dial 1 or anything like that from the area code. Just dial the area code and then the number.
All right, thanks a lot.
Right. Can
you call England on those or what?
Yeah,
just in the country.
You can.
Can it? Oh.
Only like major cities. Yeah.
Eat your heart out, Van Halen.
Thank you, Rodney.
Rodney helped right from the start, so he deserves to get this, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For you, Rodney on the rock.
Oh, my God, thank you.
There it is. Where are you going to stick it? Where are you going to stick it, Rodney?
I've got a place.
Don't be rude. Where are you going to stick that? You got a place for it?
I got a place right above my couch. I mean, I got my name on the plaque and everything. R-I-N. This is not gold, is it?
That's
platinum. This is beyond gold.
2 million sales.
Thank you. My first gold platinum single. This is really incredible. Thank you, Nick. It will be hanging up on my wall.
Good.
Wow. I always remember that.
Anyway, what are you going to do now, Rod? What are we going to listen to now?
Well, let's listen to the song that you just gave me. The platinum song. I wonder what platinum. I remember playing this a long time ago here at KROQ, and then it went from KROQ to all the AM stations and FM stations across the United States. I guess in England, too, as well, right?
Yeah.
In Japan?
It was a big hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I used to dedicate it to Brooke Shields a long time ago. This is for her. She's in Fiji Islands right now doing that movie.
She do one in Nevada?
No,
she's already finished that.
She finished that, but the new one opens up this week. Just You and Me Kid with George Burns. But this is it. This is the platinum single that Nick just presented me. Hot Child in the City.
Hey ho.
Stiller, right? Can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah.
That was a pretty wild tune. I heard that one was banned in the 30s because people were committing suicide.
Yes, they should. Please indulge.
So if you do it on stage, or you don't do that often.
I wanted to play it tonight, but...
Well, we could play it a little bit later, but we don't want to cause any suicides. I don't know.
Mudslide.
We don't want to lose
Mudslide, yeah. And then we heard Lightning Girl Nancy Sinatra.